Namaste. Welcome and greetings. I am Magick Require. It's gonna stop a virus. No. This
Got y'all listening now. Some witchcraft for that ass. Too late to turn away. Abracadabra and all that good shit. Yo. Hocus pocus, got you focused on my rhyme. Simply easy, now I'm eating couch potatoes, I recline. No, I'm joking as I'm toking power puffs at Pokeos. Till my town and villa filled with ganja smoke, you know the dope. Coming out my pipes, talking about the bones in my throat. With the mic, I'm casting curses every night, you know the scope. Got my spells handy. You may call it the phone, but when I'm done reciting, you'll give me the keys to the throne. Then I take my keys to go home. Didn't say I was done. While rush to end it all, it feels amazing to have won. I'm not planning to ball, but why not take the chance to stunt? No, I don't need it all. Can think of a thing I don't want. Do I worship the sun, or sold my soul for the tongue, or dead since I was young, or got some voodoo done?
Namaste, namastizzle. Peace, blessings, shalom, greetings. What's up? Mooney, you are the first one here. Peace. How are you today? How was your week? Everything go okay? Not like I. Hola, brother or sister. Peace, peace. Brother Moore, what's going on? Welcome to everybody who's coming into the chat. Today is Friday, November 7th. This year has kind of flown by. And it's... Oh, you're a brother. Okay. All right. Peace, brother. I didn't want to say the wrong gender, so peace and welcome. Today, it just amazes me how fast the year is going by, y'all. Today is the day of Venus, and guess what's coming up? Fucking retrograde is coming up. Hate it, especially like the last one was so fucked up. My week has been fine, Mooney. Thanks for asking. It's been okay. It's really been okay. You know, besides losing in the bowling league, I'm doing all right. But I appreciate what you do. Keep it. Oh, okay. I appreciate you. The speed is up online, indeed, because I remember vividly how I was just saying at the beginning of the year, like they not even letting y'all breathe. Y'all remember the beginning of the year? They pulled some shit then, and it's just like non-stop. Just non-fucking stop. Just like video game sliders. Yeah, that was a favorite of the master teacher, Azazel Bay. That was a favorite of his. Not the video game, but the series. What's up, brother? Ultra Instinct. What's the deal? Yeah, but I've been binging on Daredevil and Jessica Jones. After that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Luke Cage and The Punisher. And probably after that, then I'm going to go to the Defenders. So I've stopped all my anime and just been focusing on Daredevil and Jessica Jones. What's up, Tosh? How is it? Man, it is hot today. 86 degrees in the great state of Texas. Speaking of Texas, they just passed a law. Thanks, Tosh. Tosh sent me this. They just passed a law in Texas. Check this out about the law they just passed in Texas. Real life Handmaid's Tale. Just passed this law.
The state of Texas just passed a law that says if a man hurts you and you seek health care to reduce further trauma from that incident, he and his family can receive up to $100,000 within 6 years of that incident because you sought health care. But you only have 5 years to hold that man responsible for his violence to you. The state of Texas.
Crazy, huh? This just happened in Texas. While they distracting everybody with everything else, that happened. All the defenders on all the defenders, huh? I'm not understanding that. Can you rephrase it, please? Telling you Alex Cross is great. It's actually unusually warm in Chicago for November. People, yeah, I'm wearing shorts. You know, I wore shorts yesterday. Monday, it is going to be in the 30s, though. It's going to drop significantly on Sunday. So we stocked up on firewood for our fireplace and everything. So this is the time of year when flu season's here and, you know, the weather's trying to break. So I just expect unusual cold this year. Right, Mooney. Exactly. Right. The Handmaid's Tale is a must see. Yeah. Even Arizona's cooling down. Then you know, if Arizona's cooling down, that's something. You know what I mean? That is something. And so I want people to get out their feelings, get out their emotions, and start looking at things on an objective level. Okay. Too often we get into our emotions and our feelings about people. You know what I'm saying? And we'll defend like celebrities, for example. We'll defend celebrities to the death, you know, no matter what the objective facts. Objective meaning is a fact, can't be disputed. It's the actual fact. Subjective is a matter of perspective. Okay. Too often we look at things subjectively. All right. Subjectively. If you have Prime, it's worth a watch. As an anime, if you're an occult fanatic, and I know you are the anime, Lord of Mysteries is a good occult anime. I got lost after the first show. Too occulty for me. Too occulty? Wow. Lord of Mysteries, huh? Okay. All right. In my opinion, most anime are occult. You know, there are hidden messages in all of them. Most of them. I've not seen one yet that wasn't really deep for the mind, you know, to see. For those who have the mind to see, yeah. Let's get into some reels here. Let's see. Y'all know who Admiral Byrd is, right? It's the guy who actually saw what was beyond the ice wall. Okay, Admiral Byrd, and said that there were other lands beyond Antarctica. Now remember, Antarctica is closed off to everybody. You know what I mean? They have a treaty in place, a UN treaty that prohibits anybody from visiting there. You can't go there. I mean, it's heavily guarded. So what are they hiding there? Admiral Byrd was a Navy admiral who actually ventured over. You can Google this. This is not hidden information. You know what I'm saying? So here's something you might want to be aware of here.
The bottom of the well is an untouched reservoir of natural resources. Strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole, that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
This is tremendous.
So there's a lot of adventure left down at the bottom of the world.
Right up to the ice barrier of the Ross Sea shelf, behind which lay the Bay of Whales and Little America. The only entrance was through a miraculous canyon in the ice barrier. Narrow gaps no more than 400 yards wide and slowly closing every day. Through this, the ships disappeared, one by one, creeping between giant doors of ice that loomed threateningly off either bow. A harmless threat, though, for all emerged without mishap into the Bay of Whales.
Yeah. So, like I said, this information isn't hidden. There's a book out called Worlds Beyond the Poles. They've hinted at it in various movies, like in what's the name of that series? The name of that series, y'all. That got the midget in it. It's on the tip of my tongue. What's the name of that series? Damn it. The Under Earth guy, yes, him. What's up, Ethan True? You on it? On the was not Lord of the Rings. I just watched it myself. The little guys in it. Not Willow, Mooney. Game of Thrones. Thank you. Game of Thrones hinted at it. So did one of the Pirates of the Caribbean. You know what I mean? Objective fact, they are hiding stuff from you. And they have been constantly hiding stuff from you. They want you to think that this is all there is. You know what I mean? So that's why research is important. Sound like a broken record now. Research is important, but there are things that they are hiding from the masses, that they keep from the masses. This is why I say you can't be a part of a secret society. I mean, you can't speak on it. You should be an authority on something before you speak on it, like you have an authority. Just because you know certain things like numerology and astrology doesn't mean you have the inside knowledge of those secret societies. I was talking about this in my last line. You know what I mean? Last episode of Hunter x Hunter Explains. Does it really? I need to get back into that one. Ultra Instinct. I quit. Not quit. I just stopped. I started watching other stuff. I'm going to go back to that one as well as Black Clover. I need to catch up because I even stopped watching One Piece, and I was watching that every day. And like I said, once I get into something else, then I kind of just lose focus. But I need to get back to Hunter x Hunter. I'm glad you said that. Peace and good day, Sister Righteous. How are you? Oh, yes. Phil Valentine did say this was an infinite plane. I have videos. I have so much information. I have like a lot of information that I have, which brings me to another point. Books. Okay. They are banning certain books. We spoke about this last line. But also PDFs. They are actually, I'm not saying that they're doing it, but it's a good idea to store your information. Store your books. Store your PDFs because PDFs can be altered. You know what I'm saying? And they are already trying to rewrite history. So store stuff. Okay, there's going to be a time when you're going to have to pay for every damn thing. It's already happening pretty much. You know, people laugh at me for still having an iPod, but say I own the music though. You know what I mean? I own the music that's on it. I ain't got to pay monthly to listen to my music. See what I mean? Yeah, I'm on a one break. Yeah, I went into the next arc and kind of just slowed down. It wasn't that I lost interest. I just slowed down. I just went to something else. One Piece is long. You know what I mean? I'm on where am I? I'm on I can't even remember where I'm at. I'm sorry, I can't even remember where I'm at. Peace and blessings, Legacy Sigma. Yu Yu Hakusho. I've never even heard of that one. I mean, I think I've seen it, but I have not really heard anybody speak about it. I guess that's another one I need to watch out for. Probably. Huh? No, I have not seen the trailer. I've seen like clips, not clips even. Just, yeah, I guess you call them clips of his nephew is playing him in a Michael Jackson. I'm like, another one? Like, really? It's not 8,000 episodes. It's 1,000. It's not 8,000 episodes though. But I get it. Yeah, it's long. Each arc is more interesting than the last though. You know what I'm saying? It's a good anime. It's just long as shit. The live action Yu on Netflix is decent. Okay. Netflix fucked up though when they started having ads, you know. But they getting paid. You know what I mean? This shutdown is causing everybody to lose their minds. And I just saw a video of a security guard. They're like 10 females trying to jump him. Security guard won though. I ain't showing it though. I ain't showing it. But back to the subject. Objective versus subjective. Okay. When you have facts, you know, it's hard to dispute facts, things that actually are, things that actually happen. You know what I mean? Objective fact, I'm married. You know what I mean? Subjective fact, I am a master teacher. That's subjective. And I ask people not to call me that. I don't believe I'm to that level. You know what I mean? That's subjective. You know what I'm saying? Objective, though, I am a practitioner, a serious practitioner. 28 years. That's objective. See what I mean? Objective versus subjective. Okay. Neon Evangelion is about Kabbalah. I'm scared to try and start on One Piece. One Piece is good. Okay. It's a little slow in the beginning, but it's good. I like it. Amazon Prime used to not have ads as well. Right. I mean, they fucked up with all that shit. You know. Here is something that's objective. All right. Not sure if y'all know about this. This is actually subjective. All right. This is subjective. And this is about Bobby Hemming. Okay. I don't think I've ever shown this or even went into it, but let me show y'all this.
And they always be trying to give you this fake positivity, knowing that Bobby Hemming wasn't even about that. Like, even on this website that I came to look at to see when he had a stroke. And I know, like, all this shit is like a set up. I already know that. On the top of it, it say black positivity. On this shit right here, keep sending positive energy. Like, nah, this don't make no fucking sense. So let's actually hear what Bobby Hemming is saying. The clone Bobby Hemming.
Diabetes in 1 month. And Zaziel, I would call it Zaziel. Yeah.
Wait, this is a medication that Bobby Hemming decided to take, which don't sound like him either. Not that he was against medication, but he wouldn't have been dependent on it. I don't believe that. And then there was somebody in the comment that was like, well, because he was so big or something, they was talking about his weight. But I don't believe that either, because Bobby Hemming talked about his diet. There was a time that he was vegan. Like, he found other ways, natural ways to heal himself. And I feel like the reason why they want to present this clone like this, because people who believe in Bobby Hemming and his message, and if they believe in this, it's going to put a damper on the message. It's going to make you feel like he has fallen or something, and everything that he talk about, that spiritual shit, that health shit that he talk about didn't help him. He still had a stroke, and people just assume because he was like unhealthy. But Bobby Hemming cared about his health. He cared about it. So, and I feel like the people that is in the comments are just the leftover bots, and they gonna be ignorant any motherfucking ways.
This sister brings up some good points. Okay. This is subjective. All right. This has always bothered me personally. All right, because I have listened to a lot of Bobby videos and a lot of his lectures. Okay. I remember Bobby Hemmett saying, real spiritual men do not get sick. I remember him pointing that out. Okay. And like she said, you know, he wouldn't have been dependent on medication because he found alternate ways to heal himself. She makes up some great points, and there are some people in the comments who are attacking her for having this opinion and for saying what she said about Panic and Linda. Okay. Now, this stuff here is subjective. I suggest watching the whole video. Okay. You should actually be so open-minded that when your mind is presented with new information, it can actually change what you initially believed. Okay. People are saying that she's hating, and I'm like, do you hear what she's saying? Are you listening to the points, or you are full of your emotions and your feelings? Because there's a lot of people out here who love Panic. You know what I mean? They follow his teachings. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. But you shouldn't be so wrapped up into what you consider a master teacher or a spiritual teacher or a Baba when you can't hear new information. You know what I'm saying? Some people think that he's not here anymore. I think Ani Osaru interviewed his brother who said he's alive. Okay. My point is, look at things objectively. Look at what's facts versus what your feelings tell you. Okay? Like I said, the whole video, she brings up very good points that makes you think. The whole video. This video, though, is like over 2 hours long. Okay? And it goes back to my earlier points, earlier other lives. When I said, when I speak about certain things, I notice that my numbers drop. People drop out when I speak about certain things. Because we're always, Black people, melanated people, we're an emotional people anyway. You know what I mean? And so we get into our feelings and our emotions. And we get tied to certain people where nobody can speak about certain people in a negative way, which I think it should never happen. Okay, you should be able to process new information that gives you different perspectives. Okay, I think her perspective and the points that she brought up was interesting. All right, I have no dog in this fight about whether somebody did something to him. I have no dog whatsoever. I'm not saying she's right. I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm just saying, look at the facts that she's presenting. Okay? Some are facts. Some are just her opinion. See what I'm saying? Some people don't like me. That's their right. You know what I mean? Some people may not like some of the things I've said on this channel. Right? That's also fine. That's perfectly fine. You're free to have your opinions and your feelings. Okay? But what I've never done is get on this channel and lie to any of y'all. I've never said a lie since I've been on here. Even if I've been wrong about something, I have come and retracted my statements and apologized for them. But I'll never lie. I will always tell the truth. I am a Virgo. I'm the epitome of a Virgo. Matter of fact, we are too blunt with truth. So people get turned off by Virgos. You know what I mean? For the longest time, I couldn't stand Kobe Bryant. But I respected his game. I respected his hustle and, you know, what he put into the game. I always say I didn't like his arrogance, but I've always respected that man's game. Always. I like, what can you do? Objectively, he's a great basketball player. In my opinion, the closest to Michael Jordan you're going to get is Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Objectively, great basketball player. Subjectively, he may have done something to that woman in Colorado. That's just an opinion. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Objective versus subjective. All right, let me see y'all's I always have to mentally commit it on longest. Oh yeah, One Piece, you will definitely have to do that. Oh boy. A clone Bobby Hemmett? Yeah, she says that too. She thinks that I've always think the circumstances surrounding his stroke was strange. I can't prove any of what I think. I don't know. I really, really don't know. I've actually not put in any effort in trying to find out either. You see what I'm saying? Bobby did explain his weight gain. She's saying she says something like that. Yeah, she does say that. I didn't know that he explained his weight gain, or do you mean his weight loss? Because the last time I seen Bobby, he was skinny. And I was like, what happened? What happened? How did he lose that weight like that? You know what I mean? It won't, though, because we as true spiritual beings understand Bobby and don't even debate on his health. Topics like this are pointless. Just my opinion. Absolutely. Your opinion. Ani interviewed his brother. I thought he did. Yeah. I remember seeing it. Okay. It is an interesting perspective. Yes. I agree. It was interesting to me. It's interesting. Her, as well as I think her name is Tiffany Hills, and she said some stuff, and I was like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? Different perspectives can give you a different perspective. Tiffany, yeah, said some things about panic and people. Right, exactly. Did she leave YouTube? Okay, all right. No, I think she's still there. I honestly think she's still there. I think I saw her the other day, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, the video's still up there. Yeah. Yeah, she's still here. Yeah, I still see her. Ultra Instinct, she's still there. And the community has a deep love for Bobby. I get it. Yes. Some people fear awareness itself. They rather the world remain asleep. What's up, Prox? The truth unsettles them, so they cling to the comfort of illusion. That is a whole word right there. Thank you. Absolutely. Illusions are comfortable. Lies are comfortable. And people would rather sit there than face truth. Tokyo, I've heard about that one. I might have to get that one watched. People can't handle the truth. You want the truth? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Exactly. Oh, I appreciate that, sir. Ethan. I'm a Capricorn. Right there with you, brother. Earth signs keep it real. They do. Yep. Panic lost a lot of weight, too, before his transmission. I was listening to Pans. I clicked off, and here we are. Synchronicity. That conflict / topic is a cult war prone. I mind my business. Her channel's still up. She just ain't dropping no new. Okay, gotcha. You're right. You're absolutely right. They crucified this woman for what she said. You know what I mean? It's like you can't have a different opinion. You just can't do it. You know? And it's sad. That is absolutely sad. And that video that she did was 2 years ago. And you're right. I'm looking now. She the last time she dropped a new video was 9 months ago. They crucified that woman in the comments. It's sad because she dared to have an opinion. She dared to have an opinion. I think people also take spiritual teachers as exactly. There are thousands of teachings, and you have to decide what is your path to spiritual ascension. Thank you. Legacy Sigma, thank you. You're absolutely correct. That's why I say you go to every path that you can to learn, because you can get wisdom from everywhere. From what they saying, what's up, astrology villain? At the shrine at the Black Madonna, is the CI made Phoenix sick and set Bobby up to have a stroke? Wow. Now, I did not know that. I didn't see that. But thanks for... Wow. Okay. All right. Hey, this is why I mind my business. I mind my business. I stay over here. I talk about magic, and that's it. I don't want to be on nobody's radar. But I am Virgo, and we hate conflict. But the shrine at the Black Madonna, I'm going to have to look into that. Astrology villain, thank you for that. I'm going to have to look further into that one. If, as a matter of fact, if you could point me to it, I would appreciate that. If you could point me to it so I can further research it. As of right now, I have no knowledge of it, so I can't speak on it. And I don't like speaking on things I don't know. That was my issue. People are acting like there's no way she could have been telling the truth about her. Right. That's always my experience too. How dare she have an opinion about Penny? How dare she? You know what I'm saying? I say about him, I do know some stuff, but I also say this: he's no longer here, so I will not speak against him, or what would seem like it would be against him. Okay, I'm not going to talk about him. That would be so cowardly of me. He's not here to defend himself. I wouldn't speak about him when he was here because I don't like beef, and there's just no reason for it. You know what I mean? But how dare anyone have an opinion about a spiritual teacher? How dare they? Oh, it's a venue in Houston. Okay, I got you. In Detroit, Bobby was getting too big. Remember, Erykah Badu and Andre 3000 went to one of his lectures. Oh, wow. Now, I didn't know that. I had no... See, this is new information coming to me. I didn't know that. Okay? Us in the spiritual community, we've been fucking with Bobby. I've been rocking with Bobby since 2007. Okay? 2007. Okay. This is new information, y'all. I'm processing this information. I did not know any of this. I didn't know Erykah Badu went to one of his lectures. I had no idea. A shrine of the Black Madonna in Detroit. I need to look into that. Thanks for that, astrology villain. Thank you for that. I am going to look into that. Peace. The homie Katrina, what's up? Namaste. Very questionable considering. Yes. What else we got for y'all? Because Tosh and Katrina's been loading me with information. But again, I say that to say this. Look at everything objectively. Look at what's facts and look at what your feelings might be telling you, what your emotions might be telling you. Okay? Never get into your feelings when you're processing information. What is a fact and what is subjective? All right? Here's something that's subjective. This is a perfect example. At one time, when I was going into the dark side, I really thought, like a lot of us thought, and when Bobby was big in the spiritual community, that Palo Mayombe was the end all be all. That was subjective. I thought there was nothing else fucking with that. You know what I mean? There was nothing else I was fucking with it hard. I was fucking with books like this. Okay? Palo Mayombe. I was drawing out the sigils or the firmas. Look at that. Yes, I drew that. I even got some stuck in here. Look at this. See these? These are firmas. These are firmas. Okay. I was getting every book that I could get on Palo. See what I mean? These got Invoking the Spirits of Brazilian Kimbanda. I was fucking with books like this. Okay? I was fucking with books like this. I printed this shit out. You know what I'm saying? I was printing this shit out. Bunch of rituals in this book. Palo Mayombe. Spirits, rituals, spells. Carlos Montenegro. I've lost touch with him. Bunch of great information in here. And firmas. See those firmas in there? I thought wasn't nothing fucking with Palo Mayombe back then. Until I started researching. Not that I was getting tired of it. Excuse me. Not that I was getting tired of it, but I was just seeking more. Then I came across the Clip-Off and Clip-Offic magic and the Goetia and the Necronomicon. And I'm like, whoa, this shit is older. Okay? It's older. You know what I'm saying? Subjective. What system of magic is more powerful? It's subjective. It also depends on the skills and the talent of the magician, of the practitioner. It depends. Somebody asked me that recently. I said, it depends. It really depends. Depends on you. So when they say it's all in your mind, it's all you, that's true. Okay? That is absolutely true. Up until a point, you got to get to that point. What do you do to get to the point where you don't have to do rituals? See what I mean? Never knew that, but remember Bobby said RZA from Wu-Tang and Nas got a hold of some of his. Yes, he did say that. Yes, he sure did. He sure did. I remember him mentioning RZA. Yes. Makes sense when Nas took that turn in his content of the album I Am. Which album is that? I'm a huge Nas fan. Nas is in my top 5 all-time hip-hop MCs ever. I Am. Which one is that? Give me one track off that album, Legacy Sigma. Interesting information for sure during this live. Hope you approve, Damon, and welcome. Grab up the stuff that I tell y'all on these lives, please. Because like I said, they might, I'm not saying for sure, they might be altering. They are rewriting history already. So they could be altering PDFs. So you may be getting altered stuff. You know what I mean? They still want to keep you dumb. Okay? They still want to keep you dumb. Oh, that one. Okay. Gotcha. Yes, gotcha. That one. Gotcha. I got it. I got you. Shit is going up. Grimoires are still rising. Even books, graphic novels that I've mentioned on here, they are going up ridiculous. I found for my sex magic class that I teach, all right, I got some graphic material in the class. It's for a reason. It's just not to be fucking freaky. It's for a reason, right? And one of those materials is The Young Witches, the graphic novel The Young Witches. Okay. Put it in context. This is the Young Witches. All right. Very graphic. I cannot show you any of the scenes in here. That's how graphic this is. All right. The Young Witches. Okay. However, you're in my sex magic class, you get it for free. That is Ishtar. This is who they portray as Ishtar. Again, I can't show you none of the pages. That's how graphic it is. I bought this. It was about $35, $40. About 11, 12 years ago. Okay. This book is now $140. $140 fucking dollars. That's how much this is now. The Young Witches. All right. Let's see. All right. A pastor has his Rolls Royce Cullinan delivered to the church. So they mocking you right to your damn face. The late rapper MF Doom on his vacation video in St. Lucia showed Bobby him his lecture. What's up, Lloyd? Yeah, he was real conscious. MF Doom, very conscious. Why is she pale? I think you answered your own question on that one, Tosh. You know better. Yes, sir. He definitely shouted Bobby out. Yes, he did. They still playing in y'all faces, though. As far as church, they still playing in y'all faces. Those of you who go to church, and give your laugh.
Church is finally here. None of this would be possible without y'all and God.
You celebrating tonight?
I am, just not with y'all.
What the fuck is wrong with you people? Now, I am all for church and I am all for God, but why the fuck would you guys be giving these pastors money so they could buy Rolls Royces, private jets, fly all across the world, and you're cheering them on? What a bunch of fucking idiots.
Church is finally here. None of this would be possible without y'all and God.
You celebrating tonight?
I am, just not with y'all.
They tell y'all right in y'all faces what they doing. People, that's AI? Is it? It's AI. My apologies. It's AI. I think it's AI. How can you tell? Can you? Let me see. Yeah, that's AI. It's AI. Some people are calling it out. Yeah, it's AI. It is AI. It's still not wrong, though. Yeah, you're right. It's still not wrong. You're absolutely correct. It is AI. All right. Doing reaction videos of AI. Yeah. Okay. That's one of the first things one of my degrees is in business management. That's one of the first things I learned is that churches don't pay taxes because they're non-profit. Oh, you work with it enough to listen for the quality of the. Okay, got you. Got you. I got you. Understood. All right. Here's another video that we're going to look at.
What would I have to pay?
It'll be $285 to get out at the PD. If not, I have to take it to the county jail.
Oh, Lord.
82-year-old grandmother's $77.80 garbage disposal bill goes unpaid. Cops come to her door and make.
I know they did not arrest this old lady for not paying her garbage bill, bro. I know that.
An arrest. Today's case took place in Valley, Alabama, November 27th, 2022.
That's it all right there.
2 officers pulled up in a police car in front of the home of 82-year-old grandmother Martha Minifield with a formal arrest warrant in hand.
You Martha Minifield?
I am.
Miss Minifield, we have a warrant for you.
For what?
Not paying your trash bill.
What the
What?
Yes, ma'am.
No, you don't.
I'm not joking.
So you're going to handcuff me and take me to jail?
Yes, ma'am. I got you.
Bro.
In 2003, local government contracted out garbage disposal to a private company. According to court documents, most of the people arrested
That's
for non-payment of
crazy.
garbage fees are elderly and disabled people in financial difficulty. The company was very serious about enforcement.
Reason I'm not saying anything because my daughter takes care of that for me. You know, I'm just saying.
Okay, well, she has not been doing it. And you got to go with me today.
Hey, that's up, dog.
Anything you need to grab right quick, you can. And
Man, he
As
could
you
have
can
paid
see,
that
your
for
grandma's
grandmama, man.
home is not a well-to-do place. The walls are crumbling, the ceiling siding is peeling off, and perhaps the $70 or so is a burden to her. As the officer stands in front of her with a warrant for her arrest, Grandma is still in disbelief.
So what would I have to pay?
it'll be $285 to get out at the PD. If not, I have to take it to the county jail.
Oh, Lord.
I got you. Okay.
Don't be shaming yourself. Arresting an 83-year-old.
Hey, for real though,
I am
man.
so sorry, but the law is the law, Miss Man.
Man, you Uncle Tom, man. Man,
I'm calling my door.
Okay.
ain't no way I would have paid this.
Why?
All right, I'm not watching no more of that. Wow, just right, non-profit, but profiting off the people constantly. You know what I'm saying? They are going to use these little infractions to try and take off. Of course, that's exactly what it is. And Ultra Instinct, I think Lloyd and Ultra Instinct, okay, y'all playing. Okay. So they really arrested folks for that. This is Alabama. That's all you needed to know. You know, for a garbage bill. Yeah. Stay high. What's up? Crazy, right? Just absolutely insane. You know, y'all all right? AI is just ridiculous these days. It's just crazy. It's absolutely insane. You know, did y'all see the video of Floyd? Did I mention Floyd Mayweather kind of pledging his allegiance to Israel? Is Arai and L. Did I show y'all that? I'm sure I showed y'all that, but did I show y'all this? This world is nuts. Oh, I did. Okay. But did I show y'all this part also? because I need to let this damn cat out. Let me let this cat out, y'all.
In 1913, Leo Frank, a Jewish businessman in Atlanta, was convicted of raping and murdering 13-year-old Mary Fagan, who was a Catholic employee at his pencil factory. On April 26, 1913, she went into her boss, Leo Frank's office to collect a check, and the next morning was found in the basement of this factory, brutally beaten and dead. The autopsy revealed she was raped and strangled to death. Frank felt so ahead of this crime that he actually framed the black night watchman who found her the next morning, leaving 2 notes next to her corpse acting as if she wrote them, describing the murderer as this night watchman whose name was Newt Lee. After a long trial filled with bribery and framing, Leo Frank was finally convicted of murder and initially sentenced to death by hanging. But his legal team took it to the federal level and through under-the-table deals had his sentence reduced to life in prison. But in August of 1913, 25 men kidnapped Leo Frank from the prison and had him lynched directly in front of Mary Fagan's old residence. Now, Leo Frank was president of the Atlanta chapter of the B'nai B'rith, which was like a Masonic society but only for Jews. And he was re-elected as president after his conviction. The chapter went on to push the narrative, even inscribing it on his gravestone, that everyone involved in the case against Frank was anti-Semitic. Insert the creation of the Anti-Defamation League, formed in 1913 by the outrage of Jews in this conviction against Leo Frank. Also, the same year that the Federal Reserve was created and Americans began paying federal income tax. The ADL was founded with the mission statement to stop the defamation of the Jewish people and ensure justice and fair treatment for all. The ADL immediately ramped up their campaign to paint Leo Frank as a victim of anti-Semitism, infiltrating media, literature, and universities. One of the retellings of Frank's story was that 13-year-old Mary Fagan was a temptress who enjoyed being sexually abused by older men. The ADL has since operated as a political weapon to rewrite history, criminalize any criticism of Jewish power or involvement in America, and define all dissent of Israel and even Christian slogans as anti-Semitism. Now, none of this may come to a shock for you if you know the contents of the Jewish faith's holiest book, the Talmud, which says Jews are permitted to violate Gentiles and have sex with children. The ADL was created on the basis of defending pedophilia and is still one of the wealthiest and most influential organizations in America today.
And yet, everybody, I've shown this? Okay. All right. So my apologies for showing it again, but I thought y'all might need to know this or refresh your memory of it. Thanks for that, Mooney. That melanated people, or copper-colored people, still don't have any, trying to word this right, any like high society kind of influential groups like everybody else does. You know what I mean? Like everybody else does. You know what I mean? You need to research who the Khazars are, who the Semites really are. If you have any problems with that one, just go to a Khalid Muhammad video, especially the one he's debating a Jewish lawyer. That one's a great one. Okay. Everybody, there's a Jewish mafia. I shouldn't say it like that. All right. Like I said, I'm trying to word it correctly. As far as Masonic orders, secret societies, fraternal orders, so-called black people have none, yet everybody else has one. As I'm looking at Jessica Jones and Daredevil, they're coming up the Yakuza. All right. They're coming up against Russians. John Wick showed you that. And they show all these organizations from every ethnicity except melanated people. You know what I mean? Everybody has a high, influential, powerful organization except black people. So-called black people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Every single time we've organized to do this, it's been shut down. Every time. Every single time. The Black Panthers come to mind. But since I'm from Philadelphia, there was an organization that was very influential, okay, called the JBM, Junior Black Mafia. Shut them down. You know what I mean? Shut them all the way down. Okay? They infiltrate anything we're involved in. All right? Look at any Bobby Hemmett video, his old, when he was really dark side. He explains why this is. He explains it over and over and over again. Bobby Hemmett explains it, why that is. And like I said, I've been watching these Marvel, when Marvel had it on lock 10 years ago, Luke Cage, the Defenders, everybody has, like I said, the Yakuza, the Irish Mafia is called something. I think you'll see that one in the Boondock Saints. Okay. Then you had the Sopranos. They show you Italian Mafia, right? The Russians, John Wick and Daredevil. Okay. Every one of them. Isn't that amazing that we have nothing at all? Thank you. Khazarian Mafia is a good documentary on YouTube. And check it out. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, as a matter of fact, let me try and bring it up so I can show you. Amazon Prime, you will see, it came up. You will see something I thought I'd never see. What is it called? Amazon Video? No, what's it called? There's a is it just called shit? It's called something. I guess Prime Video. Damn. Damn. Prime Video. I think you got to go to my, I guess it's my stuff, because it's not coming up for me right now, but it's called TV. Continue watch TV. It's called, what's the name of you consider the Boule on our side? They work for them. Sorry, not them. Nope. I don't consider them. Nope. We got the Black Boule, but I don't. They work for, okay, I'm late. I'm late with your comment. Yeah, they work for others. Exactly. They work for everybody else. And we also have no allies. I'm late with your comments. My bad. Yes, exactly. Kanye apologized. Of course he did. It doesn't surprise me. It's called The Knights Templar on damn, what is it called? It's called The Knights Templar. It is a documentary. Yup, The Knights Templar. Mysteries of the Knights Templar. Isn't that something? However, and it's a series, you have to get a free trial of Gaia to watch it. The Knights Templar on Amazon Prime, y'all. You never seen it? Oh, okay. Yeah. They just abruptly stopped Luke Cage. Yeah, I know. Everybody's mad about that one. That's why when I go into spaces and see white folks, I side-eyed everyone. Yet we are the ones not invited to their secret meetings. Thank you. Exactly. Supercell also hadn't come out with a new season. Never saw that one. In reference to One Piece in France, they call the Khazar Jews Mafia the Celestial. Yes. Thank you, Lloyd. I just was on this one. It amazed me. That's why I said One Piece is awesome. Okay. Like when they was in the Skypiea, I could have sworn I was looking at the Aztecs and the Mayans. That's what I thought I was looking at. Okay, with some Egyptians thrown in. Okay, but when they got to this island where there's a rich and there's a poor, and the rich walk around with these bubbles, you know what I'm saying? And the way they treat the poor, the celestial dragons, and how everybody has to bow in their presence. I was like, wow. I know exactly what the hell I'm looking at. One Piece shows a lot, y'all. It's just long as shit. What's up, Chikezi? You can always rewind. Black men are going to have to create power that can't be taken from them or come under the protection of a strong male group of another race, because we can't keep doing this dumb shit. Look at Sudan. Exactly. It's as though society has leaned so heavily on one group that dependency itself has become mistaken for destiny. Y'all coming with it, you know. Thank you. Katrina said it. They the gatekeepers. Yep. Sudan is once again being ravaged. It's senseless. I don't think that's Kanye and me being a clone. They said this the first time that he had that meeting and he came out with blonde bleached hair. They said that the first time, Kanye. I know Luffy was not fucking playing with him. He was like, fuck you, and punched the shit out of him. I think he put him in a hospital and shit. Because that celestial dragon was his nose running and shit. I'm like, look at this motherfucker. But One Piece has a way of hilariously revealing shit to you. This is why I always say you can find information everywhere. All right? You can find it everywhere. Okay? Objective. Remember, stay out your damn feelings. Stay out your emotions. Okay? And look at things objectively. Don't look at things subjectively. All right? Some people may say results of magic may be subjective. Okay? But if you're constantly doing stuff, if you're constantly doing rituals, and you're constantly getting results, is that subjective or is it objective? I do one thing and I get this. I go to my ritual space and ask a certain spirit for $1,000. I give offerings. 3 days later, I get $1,000. I do it again a week later with a different spirit. I get $500 one day, $500 the next day. That's $1,000. But I got the results. Is that subjective or is that objective? It keeps happening, right? Yes? You get my point? Is that okay? A lot of those issues in Africa are propaganda-inspired, targeted hits to instill social unrest. Yes, agreed. We just need to build a united organization of galactic indigenous mystics / magicians who understand a goal. I wish it was as simple as that. I do. I really wish it was as simple as that. You know? But we got too many people who are in their pockets and who will do anything for money. We got too many melanated people, copper-colored people who will do anything for money. All right? I still haven't seen Birth of a Nation, but one morning I got up earlier than my wife, so I let her sleep. I went in the living room, turned TV on. I'm flipping channels. Birth of a Nation was on. I still have not seen this movie. I'm not into slave movies. I hate them. Okay. I see the end, basically. We had to give himself up. Okay. They love their slave movies. Slave movies serve a purpose. I don't give a damn what nobody think. That is not my opinion. They serve a purpose. Okay. They will instill hopelessness and fear in you. That's what they're there for. Okay. In the end, the white people always win. In everything, they always win. Remember I was saying that in one of my last lives? I said that. I said everything we do, we look weak. in movies. You see what I'm saying? Not only that, even the secret magical orders seem to be separated to some. Absolutely. Remember what I said? Secret societies within secret societies. And people still hide information. Exactly, Katrina. Exactly. I still have not seen that movie. I refuse to watch it. Fuck that movie. And come to find out, for context, said they love this shit. They love seeing us hanged and all kind of atrocities in movies. Nate Parker is the one who made the movie, the black guy. Why would you do that? For what reason? In the end, he still got killed, right? For what reason? In the end, it was a Negro, another Negro, who told on Nat Turner. That's the one they showed grown up in the Union Army at the end. I hate them slave movies and them mafia movies. Been done with slave movies. Last thing I watched was 12 Years a Slave. That shit did not make no. I've not seen that movie either. I refuse to watch trauma porn. I refuse. I watched the first episode of, I think it's called Them or They on Amazon Prime. When I found out what it was about, because, you know, they make our psychological trauma, they make this horror for us. Actually, real live horror. Isn't that a bitch? They make it horror. When I found out what that was about and that they actually showed a rape of a sister, I said, no, thank you. I'm done with this. I'm done. I don't fill my mind with that bullshit. Yeah, me either. Just watched The Long Walk today. Didn't end how I expected. The Long Walk. Stephen King? I don't remember the last slave movie I've ever seen. I remember as a child, I watched Roots. And I remember hating Caucasians after that. I remember hating their guts. I remember that. That had an imprint on me. Are we talking about Stephen King, Ultra Instinct? I read that book a long time ago, and I think Stephen King wrote it under a pseudonym, Richard Bachman, if I'm not mistaken. I want y'all to have a great rest of your weekend, okay? As you continue to process new information, like her name is Onyx Rising. She has some great points. I don't know what happened to Bobby Hemming. I don't. Like I said, I'm not invested enough to know what happened. Honestly, I just hope the brother gets well. Okay? I'm not into, blaming anybody for it. Look at it objectively with an open mind. What facts is the sister speaking? What's her opinion? You know what I'm saying? Oh, Stephen King? Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll check that one out. I ain't even seen Django. I seen it. I was damn near forced to watch that one. I ain't like that one either. I don't like slave movies. Fuck slave movies. Fuck them. Like, did you see You So Crazy? Martin Lawrence stand-up? Fucking girl. Fucking girl. Fuck. Remember that? Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I know, it's corny. Corny shit. But anyway, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate y'all. Always appreciate y'all. Y'all make, this worth doing. Okay? Please remember what I said here today and invoke the goddesses of love. All right? I see y'all Tuesday, I think. Yeah, I see y'all Tuesday. Yeah, have a great weekend. Shield yourself, protect yourself. Take care of each other. Stay safe. I'm the one and only Magick LaCroix. As I greet you in peace, as always, namaste. Peace, y'all.